Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I'm Marianne. Thank you very much for tuning in today. New and returning alike. I am excited. I'm going to be doing the February readings for all the signs. And I'm starting with Aries, ending with Pisces. So today is officially Aries reading and lots happening for you, Aries. Oh my goodness. I will explain it more. I guess the cards will explain it more for sure. But what I'll explain to you, though, is for those that are new, once again, appreciate your time. I'm going to do a quick chakra check that I do before every reading. It's kind of my thing. I'm very much into color. I'm into the energies of color. They do have an energy they exude, and it's just been a phenomenon and an understandable thing in the world of color for, since existence. But the chakras, which are the 8 chakras, are the energy centers, and they're from the base of our spine, moving all the way up into the different areas to the crown of our head, and then the 8th being the all-encompassing, all united, we're in this together kind of energy, right? So this is a collective energy when it comes to the 8th. And I do a collective reading every Monday. If you have not had a chance, I started that, and it's slowly building, and I'm grateful to all of you who support me and who push the like and subscribe, because that is absolutely going to be basically the most supportive thing you can do for my channel. So if you like what you're seeing, do me that beautiful favor. That is a wonderful way to help me grow this channel, and it's free. It's all free. I just want to say that there are a couple things, Aries. In addition to the chakra check, I will then mention the important crystal that's really good for that particular chakra area, and I will wear it during the reading. Now, the last reading was the heart chakra. You can see the green. There's actually only 8 cards, so I just hold it under the table and do a little shuffle, and then I wore the beautiful green, what is it called, avatine? Just a wonderful, wonderful stone. And it helps to infuse the reading for you. And it truly, truly does. I'm never without crystals. So then I go on to the reading for the day, which will be the Celtic Cross. And I will finish with a animal spirit guide message and a oracle message. So let's get to it. Lots to do. They run about 30 minutes. And I'm really wanting to get them out in time. This is the last week of January I'm doing this, so I think I'm good. I lost a day yesterday, so in addition to working, I'm really wanting to make this, this will be my actual full-time gig if things go correctly in the next year or so. I am using a beautiful deck, though, because it is Valentine's Day. February is the month of love, and not only for Valentine's Day, but it is just notoriously known for that. And so I wanted to wear pink. And of course, the red represents heart and passion and energy. And that's what you are. You are a Mars-ruled sign, Aries. So you are definitely, and now please let me know, please comment below. I have an Aries moon. I have fully noticed the Mars retrograde. It's been going on for some time now. And it will continue to retrograde in Cancer. It was in Leo. It was in Cancer, then it went into Leo, and then it retrograded in Leo, and then it retrogrades now into Cancer. It'll go direct on February 23rd. Yes, this is a beautiful thing because I fully noticed the energy change. I've made sure that I just rest. At night I'm going to bed a little earlier, and it's just what happens. It's absolutely a gravitational pull with the moons that they do affect us. Now, at the same time, having said that, there have been many times I've listened to readers and many very, profound explanations as to, these dire conjunctions of astrology and everything that are going to affect everybody, and not necessarily in a more positive way. And I had not been affected at all. So this is individual. And this is a general reading for all Aries. So you may resonate right away with the energies that come through for your reading, or you may not. But I hope you enjoy it, though. And I do hope it makes some sense. And I hope that you can, if nothing else, kind of confirm things you already knew and felt. I appreciate that, too, when I watch readings. So now, on with the chakra check. You can see the green heart chakra is on top. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit. Spirit knows which one to mention. And it doesn't mean there has to be anything wrong. If anything, it's just a way to focus on the chakra. I do it every morning as just a very short time to open all the chakras, release any blocks, release any restriction you may feel in that particular area. Because when they're open and everything is hunky-dory, as the saying goes, it's pretty remarkable. I mean, you're your best self. You're stable. You're balanced. It's just a beautiful thing to have happen. So we have, boop, wonderful, the sacral chakra. Now that's the second chakra. And this represents the creative juices and the sensuality. It's right around the sexual organs. Definitely about your passion and your, like, once again, sensuality, your drive. It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous energy for all of us, and especially if you're an artist. And what with the changing of the North Node from Aries, Aries, in the past almost 18 months, it'll complete in March because we have our last eclipse in your sign on March 29th. And then it went into Pisces on the 11th of January. And the South Node, of course, was Libra and now is in Virgo. So this is important for all of us, but it definitely is important for you. And depending on where it falls in your natal house, the houses, not to get too complicated, really say a lot. So once again, you can look that up. All of that's for free in a couple of the sites that I always recommend, Cafe Astrology or Astrodynst. So yeah, look that up because that means a lot too. Now, the more placements you have in Aries, I think the more you'll feel the incredible energies coming forth because we have planets moving into your sign for the first time in years. But we'll discuss that as it comes along. I'm going to read to you what I consider to be a mantra for this particular chakra. And it helps you to kind of just focus on that. And this in itself, I think, will open up and expand that chakra even more. And it says, for the second chakra, effervescent creativity sparkles from my being. My life's path is clear and founded in love, respect, and adventure. And I love every word of that myself. So hopefully you can relate and hopefully you can make that happen for you. Pisces being in the north, Pisces is not only one of the most romantic signs, and we do have Venus in Pisces, which is affecting all of us, Aries. But it then goes into your sign, Venus, the benevolent planet that's all about love and money and magic and relationships. There was a huge emphasis with the eclipses being in Aries and Libra in the last almost 18 months because Libra is all about relationships. So that's only going to continue with this beautiful, just very watery, sensitive, giving, caring, creative, romantic sign of Pisces. Okay, it affects us all, but you definitely are going to notice it's right next to you. It's a Jupiter ruled sign. Pay attention and see what I'm talking about. But what I'm trying to say before I forget is then Venus goes into your sign on the 4th of February. So it's all about you, Aries. It's all about you, and you're going to be shining, and people are going to be noticing, and some miraculous things are going to happen in your life in general. And I would say specifically, once again, in your relationship sector. So stay tuned, and it's perfect for a Valentine month, right? You know, every day is important for love. So, but let me bring out the actual beautiful crystal that goes with that, like I said, so I can infuse the reading and just bring in that much more love and romance, if you will, and creativity. And that is going to be the, where is it? Let me just double check that to make sure. The sacral is the carnelian crystal, which is, it's in here, and it's just so beautiful. It comes with all the 7, not 8, but 7 different chakra crystals, and the gifts and the words spoken about this is creativity, once again, pleasure and joy. I share my gifts with the world with both ease and grace. I have the power to create change, and that has you all over it, Aries. You're such a strong and confident sign. You know, you are the first sign of the zodiac. You really just were born into that. It's in your DNA. It's in your archetype, if you will, because you are a cardinal sign who's an initiator. You innovate. You bring in and usher in spring. Every cardinal sign, and there are 4, bring in the specific season. And there's no stopping that, right? I mean, it's on. You have to do it, and you are the one that people look up to and admire and respect for that. And of course, spring is about the fresh and the new after a winter barren type of, you know, energy and, well, nature just seen most of the time. I mean, I would like to comply with that, except for the fact that we've had 66-degree weather in the last couple of days, which is pretty phenomenal. And yet we need our rain. So yeah, life is interesting, right? Things change. You don't really know. You can't rely on everything, but I do appreciate all aspects of weather. And I definitely appreciate your ushering in spring, Aries. So here's this now, and we're going to go on with the reading. I'm using my beautiful deck that I had brought out because it's pink for the month and to kind of stay in the festive season, but also because I really love the deck. And it is called the Simple Deck. Okay, the simple deck for everyone. Yeah, okay tarot. Okay, so it's very simple, but that's really what we need a lot of times. I think less is more, and that's, interestingly enough, the South Node is about releasing and purging, and my goodness, I too have been purging, but many people I'm talking to, it's so amazing how we're affected in all this. I mean, yes, spring cleaning is kind of a known thing, but it's not spring yet. It's still a couple of months. So a lot of people are picking up on that, you know, less is definitely more, and just having more room and space, it feels so good spiritually and you know, physically. So, as I said, we will be doing the Celtic Cross. I'll explain each position. And here we go. The first one, of course, the position will be the overall energy that you're feeling at this time in your life and in general. And so kind of the, perspective overall, and it's the 2 of Pentacles. Now, this is not the first time this has come up. It's definitely about balance. It's definitely about perhaps partnerships. It's definitely about, you know, working towards playing hard and working hard, kind of, you know, you see they're perfectly in balance, which is beautiful. And 2, once again, represents perhaps the partnership of somebody, thinking about a partnership. In a partnership now, it can be romance, it can definitely be work, it can be many different aspects of that. Always wanting to keep that in balance, you know, that's an essential part of every relationship. And certainly financially. So if you feel like you've overspent at the holidays and that sort of thing, you might be just kind of making sure that you're keeping that balance there. You're not overdoing it, because, you know, it's easy to do, but I feel like you've got a real good handle on it, Aries. So I like that right off the bat. You know, the Pentacles represent the earth energy. We are in the season of Aquarius, which is air, and it's very complementary for you as a fire element. And so, yeah, just maybe wanting to splurge a little bit and maybe go out and meet people comes to mind, because there's been a lot of, like I said, introspection with these retrogrades. We've got 2 more very big retrogrades coming up with Venus and then Mercury again, of course. That's 3 times a year at least. But keeping tabs on that, but feeling pretty good at this point. I feel like the balance is right. Now, crossing this is going to be your blessings or blocks. And you have the 8 of Wands. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is fast, fiery energy. This is your element. Excuse me, lost my voice. This is definitely your element. And when it's the 8, it's the abundance number in numerology. I mean, it is definitely just faster energy. And as I said, although it'll take a while still, Mars is definitely coming back, okay? And when that happens, I think you'll notice immediately the change in your energy, but also in activity. And I would attribute it to work specifically, not necessarily though. Proper information, movement, activity, once again, it's beautiful. Now, the only thing about this is you don't want to overdo it. You want to keep that balance. You want to have that good work-home balance, which, we all can get a little carried away with. I understand that because I was slower in the last month or so with my job. And so, of course, I want to make up for it. But that isn't really how it works. You don't want to hurt your body in any way. Just know that the energies will be changing, okay? That's a really good indication of it. I feel like it's a blessing. Then we go to the foundation card. Super important for all of us, in our lives, our base chakra, feeling that groundedness, feeling that presence, feeling like, okay, taking the deep breath in and out. It's important. And knowing, we will work on whatever needs to be done and all will be well. And so your foundation card is the Page of Cups. Well, I love that because the cups represent the water elements of Cancer, Pisces, as I mentioned, North Node, Venus in Pisces, a lot of Pisces energy, and then actually at the end of February, that's right, we have it's going to be the new moon in Pisces. The full moon will be on the 12th of February, and it's going to be in Leo, which is very complimentary for you as well. Aries, as a fellow fire sign, it's definitely feeling confident. It's social. It's getting in the limelight, It's about friends and networking and things, like I said, that maybe slow down. Oh, no. That's coming up. So, and the full moon always brings a huge light on any topics that need to be changed, ended, so you can then start anew for the new moon. So, well, there's love involved, and there's a lot of compassion. Cancers are very, very sensitive, but also very capable and creative, and it doesn't have to be Cancer. I don't know why I said that, other than the fact that Mars is in Cancer, and it is a water sign. So the Page of Cups can be all three of the water signs. It doesn't have to be Cancer, but it does seem to be predominant. Spirit kind of put that through there. And know that the page is a beginning. It's a youthful energy. It's the start of something. It's the start of an idea, start of a relationship, start of having a child or thinking about a child or, adding a member to the family, whether it's a furry friend or an actual, birth that you know very much about and it's expected and you're just like tickled pink about it. Okay, that's a beautiful foundation, and you're preparing for it financially. You're keeping it steady and you're taking advantage of these beautiful wands and the information coming through for maybe an extra side job, whatever you might want to do, your own entrepreneurial. This is huge with Pluto having gone into Aquarius now for the next 20 years. And that's the new moon at the end of the month. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm totally confusing myself. I apologize. The 29th of January is when the new moon in Aquarius, which is when you want to write down absolutely everything. The full moon on the 12th of February is Leo, and then the new moon on the 27th will be in Pisces. So I stand corrected. I hope I'm making sense. Let's keep it moving. Your past card is the Four of Cups. Now, this is the card that represents, I don't know, usually the depiction is of a hand coming from, the universe, from spirit, handing it to you because you're kind of looking, there's a guy underneath a tree and he's feeling a little bit blasé, if you will, a little bit bored, thinking there's got to be more. There's something missing. Well, maybe the cup is this beautiful new addition to your family or an incredible creative idea that you have with this partnership, and it's exciting. And the only thing left to do now is actually do something about it. Make it happen. Make those first steps that then become, one foot in front of the other to your destiny and your greatest potential. So that's your past. Maybe you know exactly what I'm speaking of because the past is what's led you to today in this reading and the next card, which is the present. And you have, there you go, the Seven of Cups. So we go from the Four where you're kind of like, I don't know, we at least have to have one. That's that Four, that stability that feels really good, right? And that's what was missing. There's some kind of stability there or some kind of whatever it is. It could be so many things, but the 7 is almost too much. It's like 10 is the ultimate, the most happy in all areas of your life, and emotion and love and family and creativity and health and well-being, all of those beautiful things. Dreams coming true, all the wonderful things. But the 7 is a lot of options. So you got to be very, very careful of what you choose. And a lot of times, once again, as far as the Virgo South Node happening at this moment for the next 18 months, remember, less is more. So doing too much is sometimes not beneficial. I've done it. I know you can relate. I know a lot of Aries that do many things and wear many hats. Maybe it's time to slow that roll a bit, okay? You've got some great opportunities. Not all the opportunities are going to be good. You can sit and think about it. I will say I don't think there's any rush, because until the Mars retrograde goes direct, things are, still not 100% clear. They don't feel like you want to jump on it just yet. And that's great. Although we can be impulsive, right, Aries? I understand that. It's okay, we all have our crosses to bear, as it were. But just give it a little more time, okay? If you have options, and I know you do, don't feel like you have to rush into them, is what is really being spoken about here. Then we have the future, the moon, okay? So, as I said, this full moon happening on the 12th of February is going to be very, very positive for you. It is your fellow fire sign that brings in that beautiful energy. You're seeing your future a lot more clearly, even though the moon represents basically, not really seeing, not knowing the full understanding, because it's a moon, and it could have a lot of, I don't know, it's a little vague. It's a little, there's a word I'm not able to come up with. I know it's a simple one, but I know that you follow me. This is a major arcana, so I just think it's positive. Let me leave it at that. And you can get back with me and let me know. Of course, it can go either way anytime, but put out the feeling of positivity. Believe it's positive. Believe it's about this wonderful idea and these informational things coming through that's going to maybe just conclude everything. And that's a fabulous feeling. And so that by that new moon with Pisces at the end of February and Mars going forward, it's on. It is absolutely on. So yes, don't be, and that's definitely a Cancer energy. No question about it. So once again, Mars in Cancer, which I sort of attributed to this as well. Cancers are very, very intuitive, and as are all water signs. So if you have a friend or somebody that is a water sign, you might want to listen. And you might be getting incredible dreams as well with this Pisces North Node. It can bring in incredible, profound, prophetic things that, actually come true through our dreams. So many times people have come up with ideas and inspirations, and they remember them and they write them down, and the next thing you know, it's a change of their life that they would never have imagined. It's the magic. It's spirituality. Then we go to the stem, which is going to be your point of view, basically. This is you and your whole energy, basically, but this is your perspective, your point of view about your life right now, about this reading. Knight of Cups again. Wow, okay, so we are really, I'm not surprised with it being February and the month of love, where we are really focusing a lot on love. And it can be love of anything, and hopefully love of self, of course. We can only love the best when we love ourselves and we care about treating ourselves that way. So then we know how to treat other people. It took me so long to understand that. But it absolutely is a wonderful thing. Respecting yourself, having great self-talk. It's been a little rough in some ways for Aries. It really has. With that North Node, it's been positive in the sense that you really, I think, are really understanding where it is you need to go, no matter what age. It's not about age. It's about that transformation that happens through time and experience. And when it's North Node in your sign, it's all about you, and it's all about your desires to become whatever it is you're wishing for, and making that dream come true. So the Knight is the messenger. Messages are coming in regards to a particular person, feeling, you being in touch with your feeling, you know, things that may have been blocked in some way as a child, whatever the case may be. Maybe this is the inner child here in your foundation, and you're really getting more in tune with that, and there's things that have happened in your past that we all kind of carry it sometimes, and releasing all that too. Not letting that past be a part of anything anymore. It's all about this moment and forward. Then we have the environment card, and you have the Three of Cups. Now, there's a lot of cups here, but the Three of Cups is absolutely about celebration, about toasting to good times, to good friends, to good health. Make sure you don't overdo it. That would be the only, you know, everything has a positive and a negative energy, if you will. Maybe I shouldn't use the word negative, but, you know, light and dark and so on and so forth. It's just one can't be without the other. So keeping it in the balance was at the very beginning, the Two of Pentacles. But I think it's really, a lot of times I feel like fire signs are definitely passionate. There's no getting around that. And you have great love and great admiration for those things that you love. You want to help people. You're generous beyond belief. But you also are a sensitive person, you know, and I don't know that a lot of people recognize that. And I think you're really becoming more in tune with that. And it'll continue to be that way. It might even reach areas of spiritual enlightenment and those type of things in the next 18 months, which has been very common to have happen with the Pisces influence. One of the most spiritual signs of the universe, of the, astrology. And the 12th sign. So they have a little bit about everybody, and they just know. They're just these old souls, usually in another dimension a lot of times, you know. But very helpful. Very helpful. So I love seeing that for you. Happiness is a beautiful thing. And I hope that I can encourage you to recognize your gifts and the ability to keep that happening. It is really up to us. We can't really rely or blame or depend on anyone else for that happiness. It seems like we can, but it really truly ends up being what we're thinking, what we're believing, and what we're doing about it. Okay? So then we have the hopes and fears category. Oh my goodness, what? And I shuffled these so well. I've done a couple readings or more. The Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled. It's not the 10. Yes, it is the 10. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. It is the 10. It's what I mentioned way over here. Look at all these cups. This is phenomenal. I don't know. Something really, really special is happening. Now, I feel like it's just that beautiful part of nature and the universe that when things have been held back, and they have in a lot of ways for a lot of us, but I'm feeling that there was some specific things happening, and it might have just been your health or your energy. I mean, that's enough, because to me, health is everything. And that's turning around. So now it's like all the time that you believed and you said, oh my God, I feel this so strongly, that's what pushes it into our reality. That's what makes it a manifestation. Absolutely. Between the thoughts and the fire ambition that you have and the feeling aspect. It's on, boy. The only thing in hopes and fears, I guess a lot of times when you have so much and it's building up and it's like everything you wanted, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to lose it. Please don't go there, okay? Don't let that happen. Don't be in your mind about it. Embrace it. Love it for every second, because no one knows how long anything will last. But you've built this up. You've been, strong about it. And the moon is, wow, it's really going to bring in some incredible, I think, information for you and some real positive things this year in general. Like I said, with the changing of the planets in your sign, it's on. It's really a very, very important year for you. And it has been, but it's only going to continue. And then we have the outcome card. And we have the Six of Swords. So there you go. All the difficulties and all the starting and the stopping and the whatever it may be, maybe the breaking it and the renewals, it's about moving away from the harder times. It's usually a depiction of a boat. And there is a guide on it or somebody, steering the boat. There's usually a woman with a child. The child could be, once again, your inner child. It could be a child, somebody you just love with everybody, your heart and soul, and maybe you're going to reunite, or you're going to be having a new child, as I brought up earlier. it's also just you've experienced the hardest things, and now the easier times are coming. And that is absolutely a part of the universal law. You know, for every up there's a down, and down there's an up, and it's something we expect throughout time, and we come to understand and appreciate it, and we work through it all. You know, it doesn't have to be a negative. It's just something I think we become instinctually aware of. So what an incredible reading for you, Aries. I mean, honestly, I would have thought I just got the deck because of all these cups like that. But no, it's your specific important message from the universe letting you know it's time to really be in tune with yourself and your emotions and those that you love, and just share it and embrace it and shout it out to the world and the stars, you know, oh, that kind of thing. Let me pick out your beautiful spiritual animal spirit guide message, because I love these cards and what they say. So I'll read it to you as well. I finished with the octopus, the last reading. I will be doing, and that's my collective reading if you want to watch and you're just tuning in now. Bless you all for being here. It is my passion and my deepest joy to share energy and spiritual information to you. And so for this reading, though, you're going to be hearing from the pig. Now, what was it? A couple years ago was the pig, or was that just last year? I mean, that's how fast everything goes. I don't even know. It's the year of the snake. It is a 9-year with completions, and being with the snake is about being capable of, you know, shedding skin and once again releasing. Whoa, that's such a theme, isn't it? But we're talking about the pig. So let's read about the pig and see what has to be said. If you didn't see it, and hopefully the glare isn't too bad. There you go. I see lilies, I believe, or flowers of some sort. Okay, let me see here. Let me get to the bottom where I can get the book. Here we go. And it is on pelicans, so it can't be too far from that. Because octopus, pelican, and now pig. So the words associated with pig are pushing through, standing ground, and confidence. Well, there you go, Aries. Everything we talked about pretty much. And your confidence, which is really just this beautiful, beautiful aspect of any Aries. You can spot them a mile away, and they're just like, they're there, they're ready. They don't think twice. They may not know how to do it at all. They just do it. And if it doesn't work, they'll do it again or do something else. It never deters them. People really gravitate towards that. No one pushes pushy pig around. Thick-skinned, impervious to insult and negativity. Impervious to insult and negativity. Pig reminds us to press forward with what we want to do and where we want to go. It isn't that pig is insensitive or dense. Quite the opposite. Pig is guided by sensitivity and intelligence. Oh my gosh, all these cups. It's like, I told you, you have an exterior that makes it feel and seem as though you don't have that sensitivity, but of course you do. Pig is guided by sensitivity and intelligence and has found the magical recipe to be unhindered, unswayed, and unencumbered by others' negative opinions and selfish motives. Wow, whether deciding to lay about in the cool, delightful mud, eat with unabashed joy, or run wild and carefree, snorting in the breeze, pig is reminding you that to be tough doesn't require a furrowed brow, but a dose of joy and self-confidence. Isn't that cool? Speaking of a furrowed brow, man, I'm glad you can't see it. I'm glad I changed this brand. It just, sometimes you see my neck. Sorry about that, and my throat. But no, just this furrowed brow, it's kind of a genetic thing. But yeah, and I love laughing. I do. I have tons of laugh lines. But keep that furrowed brow out if you can, or just push it in a little bit every day. It tends to go away. Just a little tip there. I love it. I love it. I think it's very, very, very synchronistic to the reading for your Aries. And so I'm going to finish with one more. And let me see. I had it out the other day. And then, I'm going to bring it back out again. Here it is. This is going to be a quick little motivational manifesto card message. Okay? And I'll send you on your way. But appreciate you a lot. I do. Appreciate you taking the time. It's going to be an amazing month in so many ways. I guess there's supposed to be a couple of challenging things in the month. When are there not? And you may not even notice it, to be honest. So we don't need to go there. I'm an enthusiast about astrology, and I do listen to it all the time. I'm learning every day, but I really like to focus on the moons. I think they're very important. They do control the tides, and they do have effects on us for sure. So yeah, just prepare yourself for, I think, a really beautiful full moon in Leo, and then yeah, new moon, to write out those intentions and just keep them going with that Mars going forward, your ruling planet. Ending message for you, beautiful Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Life can lose its vibrant aura and charm if we do not bend the energy of our minds toward positive engagement and appreciation. Simply said, I need not add any more. I mean, that's exactly a beautiful, beautiful, if you want to take a snapshot, a beautiful motivational saying. I think it'll really help all of us. But have a wonderful, beautiful month. I appreciate you. Love you. Take care. Bye for now.